Hello again, and welcome to our daily devotions on March the 3rd, 2022. If you haven't been with us so far this week, I'm David Bearsall. I'm a local preacher in the Doncaster Methodist Circuit. It's the first week in March, and we've started planning what we're going to grow on our allotment this year. We've had it for over 7.5 years now, and we're just beginning to knock it into shape. Last year, Margaret and I concentrated on getting the structure of the allotment right. I built at least 15 raised beds. All of the wood for that came out of people's skips, with permission of course. I built 6 new compost bays, again with wood that came out of skips. And we laid a path 70 foot long out of 3x2 paving slabs, which had been our old patio, which we had replaced the year before. So by the time we'd done all that work, we were pretty tired. It was very, very physically demanding, but we trust in the long run it will be really worthwhile. This year we hope to concentrate on growing some really good fruit and veg, all of which takes planning, particularly if you're going to be growing in succession, planting things 3 or 4 weeks apart so that you've got a continuous run of that particular vegetable. And last year's attempts reminded me of the parable of the sower which Jesus told, where the performance of the seed depending on where it was sown. And I can relate that to our allotment. Some of the seeds we sowed were blown and fell on the paths, and the birds ate it. The birds also ate sprout tops, some of the broccoli, some of the kale. Pigeons. I love birds, I hate pigeons. But the other thing I've got to learn from that is, don't sow seed when it's windy. It doesn't always land where you want it to. Now some of the seeds we planted in poor soil that had been waterlogged, and it was very stony. And whatever grew there never really developed. It just became stunted and we couldn't really use it for food. I'm ashamed to say some of the seeds that we planted got choked out by weeds. We should have weeded the beds, some of the beds. We didn't have time. We were too busy putting the structure of the allotment together. And that makes me think about being prepared for God and to listen for his calling. We'll not hear God if we're always busy doing other things, if we don't put time aside for him. I, like most people, fail to keep New Year's resolutions. But this year I'm trying to put time aside for God more often than before, if I possibly can. So far I've managed to keep that up, but it could always be improved. But that time with God is important because we need to nourish our faith so that it grows in us and makes us better disciples and advocates for the teachings of Jesus. The Word of God always bears fruit because it's founded on love, and that love has the power to change and transform us all. We don't always see the results of sharing our faith, but we should try to make the most of every opportunity to do so. Here are the words of a hymn which I'm going to use as a final prayer. It's in Singing the Faith and it's number 122. And I see, looking in my hymn book, was written by that great cricket commentator John Arlott. If you, like me, grew up listening to John Arlott, just a lovely, lovely voice to be able to listen to. So here we are, number 122. God, whose farm is all creation, take the gratitude we give. Take the finest of our harvest, crops we grow that all may live. Take our ploughing, seeding, reaping, hopes and fears of sun and rain, all our thinking, planning, waiting, ripened in this fruit and grain. All our labour, all our watching, all our calendar of care, in these crops of your creation, take, O God, they are our prayer. Amen. Well, once again, thank you for being with me today as we've had our daily devotions together. I look forward to being with you tomorrow if you can make it. It will be the last day of the week. It'll be Friday. So thanks very much for being with me, as I say. Have a good day, take care, and God bless.